Alisha and I are YouTube girlies. We love YouTube. Crazy that YouTube is 20 years old. It's also crazy that we've been around for like a lot of that.
Oh my God, there's these two gorgeous model like girls. I like go to the sink. I'm like washing my hands and I hear Alisha, and I'm like, I literally turn like, huh? Like, oh my God, wait, there's no way. We have the coveted title of OG YouTubers.
I feel as though I cannot take that title.
It's not our fault we didn't take off for a while.
The following podcast is a Dear Media production.
Pretty basic.
We just have to shout out a few things right now. We need to bring attention to the fact that if you are not watching this on the YouTube and you're only listening, I have to say it's like we wanted to be floating heads and just blend into this set.
I really didn't think about it because I wore the shortest dress possible, which is why I have this pillow covering my crotch. So just so you know.
And that's fine.
Yes.
You have to charge extra for that.
Yes.
So we put the pillow there.
Don't worry about that. But yes, we are here in a rental studio in New York, which if you guys watched last week's episode, then you would see we did the Bachelorette recap. If you didn't watch that, what are you doing? Go watch it because it was a really fun episode.
Best weekend of my life.
It was truly the best weekend ever, but we've been having such a fun time here, and normally we were saying we always travel and we always make sure to record pretty basic episodes before we leave because obviously we're not going to leave you guys hanging. Obviously you're going to get the PB content, but what we'll do is we'll record obviously before and then we'll go on our trips and then we'll recap after. But when we're here in a place like New York where there are podcasts galore, why not update you in real time?
Exactly, because our whole trip we keep saying this is what it would be like if we lived here and we would go to the stew.
It's true.
And we'd record.
It's true.
I will say I am getting, well, one, it was funny because you posted a TikTok
Yes.
of us like getting ready to record The Bachelorette. So you guys should go watch it and like it.
Go like my TikTok. Thank you.
Yeah. But it was really funny because so many people were commenting like, the new studio looks amazing. I'm like, oh. Does our old one look bad?
Like, so much better than before.
It looks
thank
so
God.
much better than before. So
which we will say we've been wanting to do a little facelift on the studio in LA, which it's beautiful. Don't get us wrong, but and we've talked about this before. There's so much of the studio that you don't see on the video, so we need to amp up the bits that you can see. Personally, I do think the gray fabric behind us. Alisha says it's giving cubicle. I agree.
It gives a cubicle, and not in here. We're talking about the
it's
pretty
giving
basic
sterile office. No, here's warm and gorgeous, and so we're gonna do some changes. But
Yeah.
I said maybe we just switch out the colored fabric. So if anybody comment down below, let us know what color you think would be cute. I thought maybe a navy, maybe like a pastel, even a cream.
Your side could be even different from my side.
Oh, wait,
we could each have our own
fun.
cubicle.
Wait, butter yellow and navy blue.
Wait, kind of
Our
iconic.
cubicle.
What if a podcast was called like Cubicle or something?
I mean, there's chicks in the office already.
Yeah.
Like we can't copy.
Oh no! I mean, our name's trademarked, so we're not changing it.
We're keeping
for
pretty
quite
basic.
some time.
But comment down below what color, whether we do the same or separate, because I do think that will really give the studio a facelift.
And we have a lot of room in the studio. What I like about this is there's lights behind us, and I feel like that also I'm really big on the lighting, guys. I feel like the lighting in here is gorgeous. I'm like not obsessed with the lighting at ours. So I've taken videos. We will get back to it. Maybe a little mini facelift.
I think she needs it.
I think our studio needs to, go to Dubai, go to Turkey, go to Europe, get a mini facelift, come back, glow up.
a little hair transplant.
A little hair transplant. Like I feel like, yeah. And also it's been what, 4 years?
It's been a while.
It's been a while. She was a freshman and now she's graduated and she just needs a little, yeah. Now this is a stark difference. This is giving Mariana Hewitt Summer Fridays, Lauren Ireland, like very mature. And again, we didn't even plan to match today, and we did not plan to even match the studio.
I will say also us sitting here last week talking about getting blacked out while in this studio, that wasn't the right fit either.
We should have come like a little like rough.
Yeah.
Like hungover vibes.
Today we're talking about being businesswomen in the city, though.
Yeah, and duality is at its finest. And when we're in New York, we work. We're influencers who work. Sorry, I couldn't say that seriously. Because it's not.
Because we're not working.
Real. It's not.
We had a few business engagements, but we've been having fun. It's been such a good time.
We should go through everything because anytime people have stopped us here, they're like, "Why are you here?" We had the honor of YouTube flew us out because they wanted us to talk to literally a room of like 500 of all of the top brands, like CEOs, CMOs. I'm like the biggest brands in the world. It wasn't even like a meet and greet thing. They had a huge a huge
A meet and greet is crazy.
No. Like I feel like people just never know like what we do. And this one, like we posted, but people are probably like, what'd they do?
I mean, basically, obviously, there are so many different social platforms out there, and all of them are in competition with each other. Let's be honest. And Alisha and I, to our core, are YouTube girlies. As we know, we love YouTube. And so basically, there's a time of year where in New York, there's an area of the industry that's called like upfronts. There's NewFronts. There's lots of different segments, whether it's for digital or for TV or for whatever. So for YouTube specifically, they put on this presentation. I'm sure a lot of the other platforms do as well, but we were invited to the YouTube one. And basically, they have, you know, heads of companies, whether it's like marketing or ad dollars or whatever it is, like whatever sector they're in. They are invited to the presentations where they have like the head people at YouTube give little, you know, spiels as to why YouTube is the best and why you should come to YouTube and why you should spend your ad dollars on YouTube versus other platforms. And so they did a whole presentation. We did do a little presentation last year.
We did.
Which it was like much smaller, more of like a cocktail hour kind of moment, but we did like a little presentation. And then basically because we did a good job there,
I know.
I will hype us up. We did a good job there. They invited us to come back and do a whole like 10-minute pretty basic segment on stage for the people invited.
It was cool because last year it was more just like, oh, host this event and like be here. And then this year they're like, we want Pretty Basic to shine. They got a couch for us with like fake mics, and we were sitting
little
as
disco
if we were
balls.
doing little
They
disco
like made it look like
we
the
were doing,
studio.
yes, as if it was like a podcast, but we were talking to them. And I just like, I'm really proud of ourselves because even, I know we already said this, but when we did our last live show, your mom was saying how much we've grown since the first live show we ever did. And I felt that on the stage because like we weren't even nervous. Like we did really, really well. I did have my Adele Dazeem moment.
Oh my
and
God,
this was
I
actually,
forgot about
it was
this.
so funny, and I'm truly like not if like offended at all. And to the poor man who I'm sure lost
Mr.
sleep. Mr. John, I'm sure you lost sleep over this a little bit because I heard that you were so upset with yourself that you got my name wrong. But we were backstage and we rehearsed it like 5 times.
We did quite a few rehearsals.
We did quite a few rehearsals. We had a dress rehearsal of like the whole thing running through. And we were probably on stage like 10 minutes. Like it was pretty short. We're backstage and we're ready to go on and we hear the guy go, we have 2 influencers here, 2 creators who want to talk to you and give you a little insight, blah, blah, blah. Remi Ashton and Alisha Marie. Ashlia Marie. Like, and we just looked at each other and we were like,
I literally look at her and well, at first I'm like, oh, I thought that we're next. That's so crazy that someone else is coming out. Because he said Ashlia first. He didn't say Remi first.
Oh, I thought he said Remi
he said
first.
Ashlia and I was like, wait. I thought that we were next. And then he goes, and Remi Cruz. And I was like, oh, that's her.
Our faces
And then
were
I
like,
literally turned to Alisha and I go, the beautifully talented Adele Dazeem.
and if you guys do not know, like that is so iconic. That is so, Adele Dazeem.
A moment in time, honestly.
I remember watching it. John Travolta introducing Idina Menzel, and like,
Was it like the Grammys or like the Oscars? It was obviously like a big show.
I
Poor
forget
guy.
what show it was.
I will say she laughs about it because I saw she did a show recently and like there was a joke in there about that.
Here's the thing: you have to joke. Like, obviously, no one like is intentionally
He's not
getting
doing
your
it on
name wrong.
purpose. No.
Yes. Oh my god! But yeah, it was so funny and so cute because like the girls that we were working with for the whole thing, they were like, oh my god, when he came backstage, because when they came off we went on, like we didn't even see each other.
Yeah.
He was so upset with himself. So we keep calling my New York alter ego Ashlia.
Yes.
We feel like Ashlia is me in a multiverse if I lived in New York over LA, and Ashlia gets shit done, and Ashlia like likes to party.
She does. I've described Ashlia as exactly who Alisha was that day, where it's like you have work in the morning and you've got like big things to do, and then boom, work is done, time for fun.
Time for fun.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
I just feel like Romi's international, so Romi's everywhere, Romi
is my Sasha Fierce. Like I have one and one only, and that's okay because she is multifaceted.
Yeah.
And she is that bitch.
She is the moment.
And so is Ashlia.
Ashlia is too.
But like Ashlia's got her shit together.
Yeah.
Loesch.
No,
Loesch is that friend you're a little worried
Loesch
about.
is still in Vegas. Loesch, you gotta worry about.
She's in Charlie XCX's bathroom.
She is gonna be there until next Coachella.
It's true.
That's so embarrassing.
Oh my god. No, but it went so well, you guys. It was truly such an honor, and it was really cute too because it was only 10 minutes, which is crazy, but at the same time, for like a 45-minute production, that's a quarter of it.
Yeah.
So I mean, we had obviously a lot of pressure, but I will say like we've gotten so good at just like I mean, it's so easy to speak from the heart. So when we went up and did our little scripted part that was written for us to present, we ran through it, and our 10-minute segment, I believe we only used about 4 minutes of that to read through the script.
No, literally, I think we did like 2 run-throughs, and we come down, we're like, hey, cool, we got it. Luckily, they had teleprompters too, which was really nice. But they come up and they're like, okay, guys, so like you're doing great, like you're doing amazing. We're only at 4 minutes, so you can talk for 6 more minutes. We're like, oh shoot, okay. But I loved it because they're like, we want your personality to shine. Like you guys can talk about your bachelorette. You can talk about like give them a little pod exclusive, like what it's kind of like. This is your time to shine. So we were like, oh, easy. Got this. So we just kind of riffed in the beginning.
Yeah, good to go.
And yeah, we talked about YouTube, how we started. YouTube actually, this year's their 20th anniversary.
It's really crazy also. First off, it's crazy that YouTube is 20 years old. It's also crazy that we've been around for like a lot of that.
Like most of that.
Yeah. It makes me feel so old.
But like it felt so weird to tell the room. We were like, yeah, YouTube's been here for 20 years. I did kind of, Ashleah got into a moment where she was like, we have the coveted title of OG YouTubers.
Here's the thing. I do think we're OG lifestyle girls, us compared to like Ryan, Higa, and Fred. I'm like, I always feel bad saying that because I'm like, I feel as though I cannot take that title. I think we're OG lifestyle.
Well, yeah, like OG YouTubers, but like I think it's not our fault we didn't take off for a while. It's not our fault no one was watching our videos when we first started.
We were there. Did you see my outfit of the days in middle school?
And
hopefully not.
I'll unprivate all of the old ones just to prove that I was there. No, yeah. I will say when I think of like OG YouTuber, it's like, oh my God, Zoella. Yeah,
Ryan Higa. I think of like, Fred.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, Kev Jumba.
Jenna Marbles, all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still see us as OG.
But you know what also, I have to say, they all ended on a high. Really like, you know what I mean? Like iconic, timeless, so funny, great content, like so of the times. We just will not stop.
You can't stop us.
But you know what? Like we do genuinely love it. It's really fun to get up on stage and just like, they're like, oh, well, you could talk about this. We're like, okay. And we just go because like truly it's the best thing that ever happened to us.
Yeah.
And we talk about that genuinely from our heart all the time. Also, I'm sure we've talked about this on Pretty Basic before, but a little anecdote that I said because I was like, here's the thing, Alisha. I was like, most people out there, I'm sure, are parents.
Mm-hmm.
In the crowd, I'm sure a lot of them are parents. So I was like, we have to tell this little story of the origin of our best friendship.
Oh, yes.
Which was when I was in
not
college.
Not when I hit 100K.
No.
Or not when I said.
That was.
Wait,
I wonder.
Not the 250K. I'm saying we didn't say that story.
Oh, no. But actually, also, I think that was, yes. Okay, wait. I'm trying to think of timeline-wise.
Don't tell me you came out to me because your mom told you to be friends with me, and then I said what I said,
no.
And then you called her and said she's a fucking bitch.
No, I wouldn't. You know I would never.
She was so nice. That's what you would say.
It's quite literally. I was like, Mom, she was actually so sweet. In 2013, I had just gone to college. Maybe it was like 2015 or so, actually, to be honest. But like, it was somewhere in the time where like I was just kind of like starting to take YouTube seriously. And my mom calls me and she goes, Remi, I saw this girl online and I think you should be her friend. And I was like, Mom, you can't tell me who to be friends with. Like I have to make I'm an adult. I live on my own now. I have to make my own friends for myself. Fast forward, my mom never lets me forget it. That person was Alisha.
We did talk about it because we talked about Max and how he was the only other person that she said.
Okay, yes. So I said that little spiel on stage and I was like, trust me, moms are gonna love this. And I went, and so moral of the story, your mom's always right. And they were like,
and the crowd laughed with no laughter signs above us. They thought it was funny. They thought it was hilarious. They also loved when you said I was single.
How are moms? Yes, I was trying to get Alisha a date.
It didn't happen.
Moral of the story, your mom is always right.
Mm-hmm.
And it went really, really well. And I'm really proud of us. We have a couple more work things that we have to do throughout the rest of the week, but we've been living it up.
But also guys, this is like, no. See, here's the reason why I'm glad we're doing this in real time, because my memory, it just sucks when it's 2 weeks later. One of my favorite things that happened that day was, I go to the bar. Remi, there's these like claw machines. No, there's literally these claw machines and Remi's like, I'm going to wait in line. So she waits in line and she goes, And then literally like, I don't see you for like a hot second, right? Some people come up and they're like, wow, you did such a great job. And like everyone was congratulating us, which was so
sweet.
cool.
Oh,
but
we were told, not to brag, that we were the belle of the balls, truly. Because obviously it was like a very much business forward.
very like
segment.
analytical.
Yeah. Yes, very like serious.
When you're trying to sell stuff, you want to have numbers and insights and analytics.
Yes. But they brought us for a little comedic relief, I will say. We were still very professional, but we got a couple laughs out of it. And people were like, wow, you were really like the entertainment.
Yeah.
They're like, you really entertained the crowd.
You know that feeling when you make a salad and you're like, wow, what? Look at me, so healthy. I'm an adult. I can do this. Like, I'm really taking care of myself today.
You can just feel like you're making those good, healthy choices that always make you feel like you just have your life together. Like you are putting yourself first, self-care day, every day for you.
And it's so satisfying. I love that feeling. It's just like you're doing something good for your body. But honestly, I don't always have time to prep, or I'm lazy, or I just don't want to.
I love chopping vegetables. Like it is so therapeutic to me, but also some days I just simply do not want to. And that's where the Taylor Farms Chop Salad Kits come in. They are perfect because they have so many flavors. I love the sweet kale. There's also a Caesar, which I also love, avocado ranch, Mediterranean crunch. There's so many, and I love the micro chop on them. They're so yummy and so easy to eat. And truly, sometimes when I'm really hungry, I will just girl dinner, eat it out of the bag straight.
They're super fresh and crisp with everything you need already in the kit. So there's no chopping, no slicing, and no waste of half a cabbage or whatever.
No, actually, you get your fresh greens, you get delicious dressings, and most of all, you get toppings that are in a kit, ready in seconds. It's an easy way to make healthy choices without any of the hassle. Also, you can, of course, bulk it up more and really tailor it to how you'd like, whether you want to add all the toppings, only some of the toppings, how much dressing, protein, shrimp, salmon, steak, chicken, tofu, whatever it is, you can really kick it up a notch.
And when you bring that to a potluck this summer, people are going to be like, wow, you really did that. That's crazy. You don't have to tell your secrets.
Grab a Taylor Farms Chop Salad Kit and get your salad together. Push-up bras have never really worked for me. Like I have a bigger chest, so most of them either dig into my shoulders or give way too much push and just not enough support.
Totally. I feel like most bras don't know how to lift without overdoing it. They either make you look super padded or feel like you're wearing a corset.
Exactly. But then I kept seeing the Skims Ultimate Push-Up Bra everywhere, and I finally tried it. I'm not kidding you guys. It changed everything. It gives me support and shape without feeling like I'm strapped into something uncomfortable.
I feel like that's the part no one talks about. It actually gives a natural looking lift, but it still feels super lightweight. Like my girls are up there, but I'm not dying to take it off the second I get home.
If you guys have not tried the Ultimate Teardrop Push-Up Bra, I love it. I used to only wear bralettes because underwear bras were always too much, but this one fits so well. It hugs without squeezing and somehow still gives you that full bust look that I want.
Seriously, it's the tech for me. I can literally feel and see a difference. It makes everything smoother and more lifted. So if you haven't tried Skims yet, this is your moment. Shop the Skims Ultimate Bra Collection and more at skims.com.
And after you place your order, make sure to let them know that we sent you, select podcast in the survey, and be sure to pick out our show in the drop-down menu.
After we did our like little spiel, then we kind of got into like big campaigns that were very successful on YouTube and like YouTube Shorts and stuff. So we went to the analytics that way. Oh my God, your last like case closed or case open.
Oh, they loved that.
We love a little like cheeky joke. But while I'm away from Remi, I'm like drinking my wine. People are like saying like, oh my God, you guys did so good. Da, da, da. I come back and Remi's like, oh my God, like one of the top brands in the world, this girl came up to her and was like, we need to work together or something like that as you're at the claw machine.
She loved it.
No, it was so
she
funny.
Absolutely loved
and when
it.
you told me that, I was like, that is the most Remi thing ever.
She
and
literally
it's
comes
so
up and
iconic.
No, I was literally like about to go up. I'm waiting in line. I've got my wristband to do the claw machine. She comes up. She's like, I just want to say you guys did such an amazing job. I was like, thank you so much. She's like, I work for this brand. I was like, oh my God. I literally just worked with that brand back a couple months ago. Like, they're fantastic. Like, thank you so much. And she goes, wow, let's talk soon. And then walked away. And I was like,
as you're like next
getting
up.
ready. Which I will say, we got to meet Ashley, or your mom Ashley, because she also did a little segment there talking about Nami Matcha, which is actually what I was trying to win in the claw machine.
You were trying to
She
win
was
it.
like, I'll give you PR. I was like, yes, but I'm also gonna win it in the claw machine.
Yes, but I do want the dopamine of getting it from a claw machine.
I also wanted instant gratification because I'm running low on matcha and I don't want to buy a new one. So I was like, I'll just win it. I didn't. But she was so sweet. And it's always so crazy, like meeting other creators in real life. And just first off, I mean, like the parasocialism of it all, where I walked up and I was like, congrats on all the pop-ups. You're doing amazing. The strawberry matcha looks insane.
Literally, because I watch her. can't remember if she started YouTube or TikTok. I want to say YouTube though, because her YouTube's big.
I know she was like in a content house at one point, or
Shut
like not like a TikTok content house, but like she lived with her boyfriend and like a friend and like a couple other people like in a house, and like I think that was a TikTok thing.
Is this how people feel when they
But I
find
love her
out we
vlogs.
started from YouTube and not a podcast?
Do people know that?
To me, everyone found the pod second. But anytime
yes,
people do
yes.
say they found the pod first, it's so weird to me.
That's like when someone says like, "Oh my god, I love your TikTok," and you're like, "Wait, what?"
No, so I'm a TikToker.
Yeah, exactly.
I've watched her vlogs. She's so good. And I remember like, I was like, do I say I watch you? Like, hi, like, oh my God. But she was like, oh my God, I love you guys. I was like, we love you. Like, she's so pretty, so sweet.
So pretty.
We got to hear a little bit of her segment.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I heard, it sounded like she did amazing.
I kept wanting to go talk to her, but she was working. But she posted a TikTok that I really, really resonated with. It was after we got back from Korea, and because she's half Korean, and so she talked about how she gets a lot of flack from people because she herself doesn't speak Korean. And, you know, people online, like, I feel like I totally understand, and I wanted to talk to her about it, how, like, I feel I really understand, like, I feel like I either get people understanding or people not why I don't speak Korean. And also, like, when I do try to speak or, like, I do try to pronounce foods or things, my pronunciation is so bad. So bad. And sometimes I'll get people being like, you don't know what you're doing. Like, why are you saying it like that? I'm like, I really am trying. And I do think that there should be some grace given, and also, like, at least I'm trying. Like, I really do. I really do love learning. I'm trying my best. My mouth just doesn't move that way. But she was talking about how when her mom immigrated over, there was also a big part of her that, I mean, probably her whole part of her that wanted to assimilate and, like, wanted to, you know, like, I live here now, like, I want to blend in. Like, my parents dealt with the same thing.
Or even, like, her mom wanting to learn, or your parents wanting to learn English good for you, so that way you could also, like, I don't know, I feel like there's so many layers to it, but also I understand wanting to be able to speak. Like,
and every story is
native
different.
language.
But hers, I was watching her video where she was talking about her mom saying, like, well, her mom wanted to assimilate. Her mom wanted to, like, blend in and, like, not feel like she stuck out. And so, like, I know my parents dealt with that to some degree. I also know my parents did want me to, and I fought them. And, like, I've talked about how going back, like, I wish I went. I wish I did it, but I just didn't appreciate it at the time. But I wanted to talk to her about that. Unfortunately, she was working because she is a busy woman with a company, but one day I'll talk to her about that.
Oh my God, she should come on the pod.
I would love to have her on.
We should have planned it.
We should have.
Well, now we met her. So
I'll
see,
DM
it's
her.
weird when you, like, don't know. You're like, hey, you want to, like, come on my podcast?
No, I love
Can
her
we be
though.
friends?
But
Also,
it
how's
was
your
really,
dog?
it's so cool seeing other creators there. It's so fun. Always, like, seeing people in real life and getting to meet them, and yeah, it was a really cool event.
No, yeah. So that was last Thursday.
Yeah.
We've officially been here a week, which is crazy.
Oh my God,
We got in on, well, we got in Monday night, but yeah, we got in.
Yes, I picked up the dresses. The dresses are done.
You guys, photos don't do any justice
Thank you.
at all.
I'm actually getting really, really, really excited.
Like, I can't even, that even feels like it was forever ago. So the next day or 2 days later.
I picked up the dresses after we recorded. So yeah.
Oh yeah,
that
same
was the
day,
update.
duh.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So we went and did that. And when I tell you, like, truly gorgeous.
Thank you.
I'm so glad we did that. I'm so glad it was in person. I love that they can ship it for you, so you don't have to, you know.
I'm not bringing it on the plane, I will say, because I was a little nervous. Mariah told us when she brought her dress to the wedding, because obviously if you fly to your wedding, you've got to bring your dress with you unless you ship it beforehand. But I'm a little nervous that they're shipping my dress to me. But at the same time, Mariah was saying that she had, like, so many people on the plane being mean to her for bringing her dress on the plane. And I was like, my social anxiety can't handle that. Like, when people are, like, mad at me,
I'd be with you. I would be
crying.
fine.
So
it truly would be fine. It would be fine.
you'd be like, get over it. It's fine. She's getting married.
I'd literally be like, I'd probably give, like, a stank look.
But I, like, not that I understand, because if I saw a bride bringing on her dress, I'm like, why has that happened more? I would clap. I'd be so excited.
I'd literally be like, oh my God. Like, I'd cry.
Congratulations. Yes, I know. Regardless, they are shipping it to me, so I don't have to put it in the above storage bin. So they are shipping it.
Oh, I don't know. I would be pissed if people are being like, oh my God, I'd be honestly.
People on planes, though, they're just in a bad mood.
Can we give it up for, like, stewardess? They have to deal with some crazy shit. They really do.
You know that they tell you to also bring, or they don't tell you, but like you can bring them gifts. You can bring your flight attendants like gifts and things like from when you travel. We should do that actually.
We should do that, but
Let's
make
do
sure
that.
nothing's opened.
We'll like get them like candy or something when we're here.
Yeah, but we should make sure it's like
Like cookies,
sealed.
something
Yeah.
like that. We should get like boxes of cookies. We'll do that before we leave.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Sorry, I gotta make a cart for my mailman, and I need to like you inspire me so much.
Oh, for that.
But like I gotta get my gift. I don't really go through drive-thrus anymore. I feel like I used to be really good at paying it forward and paying for the person behind me because that was like more my style in the sense of like the Amazon cart, like the delivery carts are so cute. I just think that I have raccoons. They're going to get them and then I have to bring it in every night and then I'm going to forget. And I just suck.
I will say it's really fun though.
I
They're
think
really sweet.
Oh, I'm sure.
They're
No, I
so
want to. I'm
nice.
going
and
to do
I've become
it.
friends with like all the delivery drivers now.
It's already like 100 degrees at home. I feel like I should do it before it gets like really like
That's
heat
what I'm
wave.
saying.
Yeah.
Or I have an umbrella.
Oh.
Yeah, the umbrella helps.
You know what's funny is I walk past it every time I go to your house, but clearly I didn't
It is
notice.
helpful though.
Yeah.
It helps with the garden too.
Oh my God, I need to do that. We'll get our flight attendants little souvenirs. I love that.
Let's get them like Levain cookies. But you know what's so funny? If they're New York based, they're gonna be like, okay, and
We're like,
we have this here.
we're like,
We have that at home.
Here.
No, I'm just kidding.
oh my God. So yes, we got your dresses. They look amazing. You look amazing. You look so pretty. I can't wait. I'm gonna sob. I sobbed then. I'm gonna sob again. I truly I had chills. My hairs were sticking up on my arm.
I saw the funniest TikTok of this bride, and it was like, I forget exactly what the text was, but it was a carousel and it went through, and it was one of her bridesmaids. Every single photo was her full on hysterically sobbing, her walking down the aisle. It was like this.
Did you ever see the photo of me at Ashley's engagement?
No.
Oh my God, I have to show you. I have to show you.
I looked at it and I was like, that will be Alisha, but it's also like so sweet. It's so sweet.
What I'm hoping is I'll cry it out enough that for the photos I'm in work mode, and like during the ceremony I'm in work mode.
I do think also what we could do beforehand, we'll just get a couple really slay pictures of you up against like a white wall, so then we can just
Photoshop.
exactly cut the face out, put it on top, boom, good.
Hold on, I
for the
have to
big
show
one
you
that I'm gonna blow up and put in my house.
Yes.
Other than that, I do think it'd be really good to keep the crying ones as a beautiful memory.
Here's
Well,
the thing.
actually, wait,
And
I'm not having you guys stand up anyway, so it's actually totally fine.
I'm not gonna ruin anything.
It's actually totally fine. Yeah. Okay, never mind then. We're
Hold
all
on.
good. Oh, wait, I love that.
I will put it in
I
here.
got chills.
I'm not kidding. I'm like, the Cheeto Puff is Cheeto-ing.
That's really, really, really sweet.
Oh my God, I put up my vlog of Ashley's engagement. I know it's late, but I wanted her to have her moment and like have all the footage and stuff. And it was so funny because I was like, I got you all this footage like for you. And she didn't want any of it. Like she was like, it's fine. Like I have my own. And I was like, okay, that's fine.
That's so Ash Nicole.
But I get it. Like it's me. Like she,
Yeah.
I don't know. Or maybe she was
No,
just like,
still sweet though. That's funny though.
let me put
She
in
was
the-
like, no, I want my artsy footage. Sorry.
She was like, oh no, I think you know what though. She wanted to get it up quick, and I think she was like, it's fine. I just want to get it up, you know.
Yes.
But it was really funny. So I put that up the other day, and all the comments are like, I'm sobbing watching this, and then even editing it, I'm like laying in bed, and there's one single tear just comes down. I was like, it's great, because what I wasn't anticipating to make me cry was in the vlog footage, you hear me crying. So that's when I'm
cry.
no, I know. That's when I got like double whacked because I'm like editing me sobbing, and then I was like, double homicide. I was like, oh my God, that like I wasn't expecting that.
That's what I love about vlogging.
I
Whether you
know.
make it public or not, like I love being able to relive it again. First off, the reliving of it while editing it.
Yes.
Like even post Bachelorette, this is very recent, but I went home and I edited all my Bachelorette vlogs because I was like, I want to relive all of this. And also like Shane does not need to see me.
There was a
drunk
few
for 3 hours.
Also, there was a few times you'd be vlogging and like,
People were naked
yeah.
in the back.
People would be like changing
people
or
were,
something. I'm like,
saying secrets. Exactly. I had to cut some stuff because I was like, oh, I don't think they want that in there. Cut that out. So I made sure to edit it. Yes, there were quite a few clips of Kaylee naked in the back, and I was like, can you close the door?
But
know
what's
the
funny
camera is
you
on.
were like in the living room and there was a door open and it was the perfect little sliver of her.
But she is like, she was like, oh, sorry. I'm like, you know the camera's on. So I had to make sure to edit it. But
yeah, I'm excited.
I sat down to like edit all the stuff, and I was like, oh my God, I feel like it's like I've got excited. I'm like, I'm reliving it again. And then a year from now I can watch it again. A year from that I can watch it again. Cal's going on his bachelor trip this weekend, and Alisha and I were like, go vlog it, bring a camera. You don't need to show anybody, but like you will be so happy that you have that footage one day.
Yes, that's the one thing I hate about this day and age with social media, I think a lot of people are gonna have less home videos the way we did, because then it was just like you're constantly filming and stuff. Yes, we all have photos and videos in our phones, but realistically, you're not gonna like. I mean, obviously, when you have a kid, you'll have that, but I feel like there's something so special about like a home video and like just like random vlogging, random footage.
Yeah.
Not
like
for
a 40-minute clip of you
opening
like opening your
Christmas
presents.
Yeah, like I feel like that's something I love that I have that. I even wish I had more when I was younger. And I really want to do that with my kids, not even posting anything, but just to have like doing it for yourself. I feel like,
I don't have pretty much any, because my dad, this is so my dad, had the camcorder in the trunk of his car with all the VHS tapes, and someone stole it.
no.
Mm-hmm. So I have like a couple, but I don't have a lot. I know. But I do look at like someone like Holden, and I'm like, oh my God, everybody in my family's whole camera roll is Holden. And like, I love that.
Wait, I did see a TikTok though, and it was so funny because when Yuka was staying with us with her first kid, she was with us for 3 months. If people didn't know, great friend in Japan, like a sister. Okay. I feel like I always have to explain that every time I say her name because people are like, who's Yuka? Anyway.
That's me with the avocado.
Yes.
Every time I'm like, guys, I know you don't want to hear it, but why is she? I thought, what? Wait, what?
That's me with avocado. But so she lived with us for 3 months, and the TikTok was so funny. It was like the videos of me growing up, and it's like a cute home video. Of course, it looks like vintagey and aesthetic and whatever. And then it was like her niece or her nephew, and it was like kids now, and it was the Snapchat filters. And I was dying because we all did that, and I was just like, damn, you really have to, as fun as trends are, like, keep a home video camera.
That's actually so funny.
Because I would do that with Yuka's kid. Like we'd be doing like little faces, and it was so cute and funny. And like I'm just like, oh my God, a lot of the photos of him in my phone of that time.
It's the puppy face.
The puppy.
The sunglasses.
The hat. There was a cute little sushi one. Like literally, it's really funny. So to any moms or moms to be.
It's just funny though, because that like really dates exactly when that era was. Like I'm sure by her second kid, because Snapchat filters were out, we don't have any.
Exactly. So you can do the filters. Like you can do it. Just
a little Paris.
Think of your kid. Think of your kid's documentary when they're famous in 20 years, okay?
That's so funny though.
But wow. Anyway, so yeah, other than, okay, we had that work thing. Obviously, we did your dresses. Mm-hmm. We've just kind of been bopping. Cal and Ollie ended up coming out to New York for a few days. Mm-hmm. Because we were like, wow, we have some downtime. We have this beautiful Airbnb that we're staying at. There's plenty of room. You guys should come for the weekend.
I've also like barely seen Cal lately. Like we went to Asia. Obviously we went to Coachella together, but even then, like we're working, like we're with so many people. Like I haven't had like a lot of just like one-on-one time with him. And we just had the Bachelorette, and then we came here. And then by the time that I get home, he's on his bachelor party. And then after that, we're like here together, but still like we love New York so much. And we've only ever been here when it's freezing cold, and the weather is perfect right now.
It's perfect.
So I'm so happy I'm so happy Ollie's here, but I'm so happy that Cal was able to come out and experience it with us.
I'm just so glad our men could come.
I'm so glad that Cal made it, considering.
Oh my God, you have to tell them.
Yes. Okay. So Cal and Ollie chose to fly out on Friday morning at 6 a.m. And it's so funny because I was asking Cal, I was like, when do you guys want to fly out? He's like, oh, I'll fly whenever. Cal's an early riser. Mm-hmm. So I was like, you want to do a 6 a.m. flight? You'll have to be at the airport at like 4, but does that work for you? And he's like, that's totally fine. I was like, okay, let me make sure Ollie's cool with that, because like Ollie is not a morning person. So let me just make sure. So I asked Ollie, I'm like, hey, Cal wants to do the 6 a.m. You're welcome to come out later, or like you guys can do something different, whatever you want to do. And Ollie's like, no, totally, I'll do the 6 a.m. And I was like, oof, okay, like I think, if anyone's going to miss it, it's probably going to be Ollie. Yep. And I did say that to his face, and we all know that. And fast forward Friday morning, I am sleeping. I'm in bed. Honestly, you have to tell it because you had more of a POV from your experience.
I woke up maybe around like 8 a.m. Like it wasn't even, and I'm a snoozer. So like, I have 4 alarms every day. Like that's just normal. Same. So I wake up, I like check my phone. And Ollie's like, I'm at the airport. I'm thinking, yay, I'm like skimming. This is the problem though. How many times I'll reply to people's texts in that like interim between like I'm awake, I'm asleep, but then I'm about to fall back asleep, and then I'll forget, or I think, oh, I'm gonna reply to this later, and then I forget later.
That's so interesting. I don't check my phone till I'm like, I'm up now.
Oh, I'll like lean over if it's like 8 or 9, but I'm such a snoozer. Like, and lately I've just been like, if I sleep till 12, I sleep till 12. I like, if I need it, I need it. But yeah, that's become bad because I think, oh, I'll reply, or I reply and I don't even remember replying, and I'm like, Alisha, you're not hungover. Like you're just, what's it like when you're hungover but just from being tired? whatever.
Lethargic.
That. Anyway, so I check my phone. I'm like looking, and then I'm like, whoa, wait, what? And I do a double take because I must have read that wrong. Ollie's like, Cal missed his flight. I'm like, haha, that's funny. Because like, he could be joking.
Ollie's the least serious person we know, the most unserious person we know.
I think I even replied, haha, wait, seriously? I was like, wait, seriously? And he's like, no, dead ass. And that's when I knew, oh my God, poor Cal. I was like, is he okay? He was like, yeah, I think he's going to try to get on another flight, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, okay, put my phone down. I roll over, truly, to be like, let me go back to sleep. Then I had a moment. I was like, Remi is asleep. I don't have any text from Cal. This poor man is probably freaking out. Also, I've missed flights before. Not proud of it. And I realize I'll never do it again. But like, there are options. Even one time I like showed up to the airport without a driver's license. And like, that's your worst nightmare, right? Especially growing up with a dad who would make you literally go 3 hours before an economy flight. Like when you're not even going international and you're just like, oh, I have to be there 4 hours early, and you sit there forever. I know everyone can relate to that. It's like the worst. That's your worst nightmare happening. And you just have to figure it out. And obviously we travel a lot. So I texted him, I was like, hey, are you okay? Like, do you need me to book you another flight or something? You know, poor Cal. I want to like read the messages. He literally was like, oh my God, like, I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out. Like I'm so sorry. He kept apologizing to me, and I'm like, I didn't book your flight. Like, it's okay. I was like, it is okay. Like, I'm literally chilling. Like, it's okay. We'll get you on another flight. Like, do not worry. You'll still get credit. Like, it's not like it's all just like, you know, wasted.
Poor thing.
He was like, they're going to try to get me on a 10 a.m. flight, but I have to do standby. And then if I don't make that, they have this one secured. But, you know, like, I'm so sorry. I was going to throw up on the way to in the Uber. Like, I'm like shaking. I was like, oh my God, it's okay. And all this time I was like, poor Cal. Remi's asleep. I know you're asleep with like your Sunny Angels on your nightstand and like your
No, I've got my big silk eye mask and I'm holding my Squishmallow chip bag like this.
Probably with a soft smile on your face.
I am.
I was like, do not worry, it happens. Like, we'll get you here. And then I was like, I'm very glad I texted him because I literally was like, I'll go back to bed. I was like, poor thing.
Oh, I know. He so appreciated that.
No, like,
because you know, Ollie was like, where are you? Girl,
you better hurry. That's it.
He was so cute. I finally wake up and I look at my phone. I'm like, oh, he ended up getting on a flight like a few hours later. Like, it really was not that bad at all. But I just know him. Like, I am someone who gets to the airport early. I will be there early, and I always make him go with me. And so he said he went to bed. He had only gotten like an hour of sleep because he dropped off the dogs with my mom, and then he said he drank a whole Alani Nu on the way there. And when he got back, he was like, oh my God, I'm such a dummy. Like, why did I do that? So he was up till like 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. and then was like, oh, I'll just take I think it was up till like 2 or 3. And he's like, I'll just take a nap, which if I was there, I would have been like, you're not allowed to sleep because I know he won't wake up. He's a deep sleeper.
That literally was Zane when we were going to New Orleans.
Yes.
He was like, I just wanted to rest why would you take a nap with no alarm?
That's the thing though. Like, I would have been like, you had someone to come over and bang on the door.
Yeah.
Whereas obviously he was alone. So he said he went to sleep, and he said when he woke up and he opened his eyes, he was like, wait, why is the sun out?
What? Wait.
And then he was telling this whole story about he went and he is blind, you guys. Like,
Very.
I think he's like a negative 6.5, maybe like a negative 7.
The most blind person prescription wise my mom's like a negative 3 or 4.
That's what I am.
And
I can't see
and
for
that's
shit.
bad. Yeah.
I can't see for shit. So I'm like, I can't even imagine. It's so funny when I try to show him TikToks in bed. If he's got his glasses on, we can watch them together. If he doesn't, it's this.
Oh, so he's nearsighted or both, or what is he?
He's all the things. I think he's nearsighted though. But yeah, it was so sad. And I do daily contacts. He insists on doing monthly contacts, which are not my favorite. I've tried them before and my eyes get too dry. So he said he had one last pair that he's on before he needs to order new ones. And did he say it dropped in the toilet? Like
sink.
Okay, it dropped somewhere and he was freaking out.
But he couldn't find it.
He couldn't find it because he can't see. He finally gets in an Uber and he's like, I'm late for my flight. And the Uber, it's 6:30 now and the flight was at 6. And the Uber goes, well, when's your flight? And he goes, 6. And the Uber's like, what? He's like, I'm just kidding. He's like, but I have to get to the airport. He said on the way there, he was like hyperventilating, about to pass out, like going to throw up because he felt so bad that he missed the flight. And then he said that all of a sudden he hears like a big boom. And he's like, oh my God, this Uber just blew a tire and he thinks he's going to pass out. And then it turns out the car in front of them or behind them, someone blew a tire. And so the Uber's like, it's okay, man. I'm going to get you there. He gets him there. He gets on the flight. Everything's okay.
It's just so funny because like, if you're late for out of your own reason, it's like, well, what can you do? Like if his Uber actually blew a tire and he was late and missed it, it's like, shoot, well, stuff happens. But when it's your own fault, when it's your own damn fault, no
one to blame but yourself.
It's so different.
It really is.
But Poor he did make it. He was able to get on like the 10 a.m. flight or something like that. So he came in a few hours after Ollie.
Yeah.
It really wasn't that big of a difference.
No, it was totally fine. We hit the ground running. We went to dinner. We got to go out.
When we landed,
shopping.
I was like, you need a drink.
It's true. It's true. He had a really good time though. I'm just happy I got to see him because I really haven't like seen him a ton. But truly after this weekend, like we are locked in, ready for wedding stuff. So it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yes. Okay, guys, I just recently tried a new drink, and it is 100% my new drink for the summer. It's Simply Pop. If you guys haven't heard, the Juice People, yes, Simply just dropped a prebiotic soda, and it is so good.
Simply Pop is the new prebiotic soda made with real fruit juice and no added sugar, which, first of all, we love. And the best part, it has 6 grams of prebiotic fiber to support gut health, plus zinc and vitamin C to support immune function.
It's light, it's bubbly, and the flavors are unreal.
No, I feel the exact same way. This one, seriously, it is so good. So good.
And we have to talk about the flavors because, oh my goodness, wow. There's pineapple mango, there's lime, there's strawberry, there's citrus punch, and my personal favorite, fruit punch. If you know me, I am a fruit punch girl through and through. And that one, when you get it nice and ice cold, it is so refreshing and perfect for summer.
Ooh, see, I've had that one, but I feel like lately I've been really obsessed. The pineapple mango one. Me and mangoes lately.
I was gonna say that's so you.
I've been loving it. It's been my like new hyperfixation in a way that I'm sure I'll have that with another flavor soon. But the pineapple mango is unreal. Like it's sweet, tangy, refreshing, and it honestly, it just maybe because summer's coming up, it tastes like summer in a can.
The fruit punch gives me that like nostalgic straight from the juice box vibe, but way better. And when you add that prebiotic fiber to support gut health, it just keeps getting better and better.
Right? And I love, again, there's no added sugar. You're getting all the juicy, fruity flavors from Simply without the sugar crash. It's like Simply took all the flavors we love and made them even better.
So if you guys want to see what the fizz is all about, grab the new soda from the Juice People, Simply Pop.
Find Simply Pop in all 5 juicy flavors by visiting us online at cokeurl.com/simplypop. That's cokeurl.com/SIMPLYPOP. You know that feeling when someone shows up for you, like right when you need it most?
Ugh, yes. Like when I was having the worst day and you ordered me matcha before BU. It was so thoughtful and instantly changed my mood around.
That is exactly what Uber is all about. Like, it's not just a ride or dinner at your door. It's how Uber helps you show up for the moments that matter. Because showing up can seriously turn a rough day around. Or if you're like me and you have mad ADHD and very forgetful, sometimes you forget to get your mom flowers, when it's a time you would get your mom flowers. And luckily, Uber has saved me in so many moments like that.
No, Uber truly is the best. From late night working snacks to an intense therapy session smoothie.
Your cousin's birthday? Uber. Taco Tuesday? Definitely Uber.
No, truly, Uber, obviously, as we know, is the best thing, whether you are going to a summer barbecue or you are going to a summer concert. I just have summer on the mind because I just am so excited for summer this year. But like, truly, it is the best. Maybe you're throwing a barbecue or maybe you're doing a Cooking with Remi episode and maybe you forgot, some special ingredients that you really need. Boom, Uber's got you. They will literally bring the groceries straight to your door.
Seriously, it's all about the moments that matter, and it's how Uber helps you show up for the moments that matter. And maybe not even for transportation, but maybe it's a dinner at your door when you're just too sad to cook, or that emergency ice cream delivery after the we need to talk text, because that's very anxiety ridden.
Whatever it is, big or small, Uber is on the way so you can be on your way to what matters most to you.
Uber on our way.
What else happened? Okay, so they left. He literally just left this morning, though. So, like, since then, we've been vibing. We went shopping a bit. Do you want to tell them about
We went to the Brooklyn Flea.
Yes.
That was my first time there, our first time there, and honestly, really liked it. I think what I've realized, though, too, is, like, Ollie recommended it because TikToks came up for me about it, of course, after we go, or I swear it just is listening to what we're talking about 24/7. And there were some comments being like, it was underwhelming. I'm like, when you go into things with no expectations, you just live life better. You're pleasantly surprised with everything. You find little stumbling upon a store and finding stuff versus going and being like, oh, it's not what I wanted. It's so different.
Agreed.
And I feel like New York, you have to have that mentality with a lot of things, especially with like TikTok and social media, because everything's viral, right? But it's like when you find, I don't know, like the place you took us to this morning, what was it called?
Dudley's.
That you found.
I just walked into it.
You like walked into like.
It's so good though.
but it's so good and
Yeah.
it's so cute. But if we saw it on TikTok and then win, I could see us being like, oh yeah, I guess it's cute.
Cal said no more TikTok food for me. Like, I'm not allowed to take him to TikTok. I still do. I just don't tell him it's TikTok.
You're like,
famous
yeah,
anymore.
a friend
But I
recommended
just like
this.
stumbled upon this really cute restaurant. But
I
because
walked past it.
I will say most of the time, it's not as good as you think it's going to be.
But I think that's the reason why. It's like in your head, you're like, it's viral, everyone loves it, and then you compare it versus like, oh my God, that's a great bagel.
Yeah.
You know?
Very true. Very true. It's just expectations. And that is life.
versus reality.
Mhm.
It's like our OG YouTubers knew.
Yep. OG lifestyle YouTubers.
OG lifestyle.
OG lifestyle YouTubers.
OG lifestyle.
Yes, but we did some cool shopping. We also went to that cool
Oh.
flea market yesterday. Or
Okay,
the
I
vintage
actually
market.
don't know the name, but I need to find out. My friend who lives here recommended this like vintage. It's kind of like a secret place. I feel
It was
like
crazy.
I feel like all the New York girlies are gatekeeping this place.
Should we gatekeep it then?
Oh my God, no, because we don't live here. We don't need to gatekeep. Problem is, I actually don't know the name, but it's like under. It's like the. Let me look.
It's in Chinatown. It's
in
like
Chinatown.
22 something. It's like inside a shopping mall, like a really cute little kind of like I don't know how else you would describe it. Just like a little mall, like a little, what are they called? Like
like not a strip mall.
I was thinking kind of like strip mall.
Yeah.
And so you walk in and you go upstairs actually, and there's like a lot of just like little shops, like medicine shops, sunglasses shops, like random just little stores. And then you go upstairs and the whole floor is all converted into like little individual vintage shops.
Yes, Bridge Mall. Just like look
Bridge
up the
Mall.
Bridge Mall, to Bridge Mall. And then outside, you're going to be like, am I here? Then you go in, you go upstairs. And yeah, they're all like different. A lot of them I was talking to like each store owner or like whoever was working because they all had such different stories. One guy was like, oh yeah, our boss like lives in France and he like sources all of the things there. So they come from there and he handpicks everything. And there's like some is vintage designer. Some is like I literally got this Christian Dior jacket and also this tank top. Both of them were $200. The tank top was like $15. Like, and then there's like BB next to like Louis Vuitton. Like, I think it's like it's so cool and so curated, but each cubicle little area is like different stores that I think are more boutiques online or like on Instagram. But a few of them said this is our first like physical store. So they're like, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It feels like what the real would have been like the first year it was a thing.
And another thing that like Alisha just said she wanted to go. So I was like, yeah, let's go. Whatever. I didn't even look at a photo. I didn't see any TikToks or anything. We just walked in and I was like, whoa, I was not expecting this, but it's really cool.
Yeah.
And it was really cute too because Cal treated himself to some nice jewelry and it was so cute because like he does not buy. I think that might be like the first nice thing he's ever bought himself, truly ever, like expensive thing. And it was so cute because I like left. I saw he was like talking to the guy. It was like vintage jewelry from like the 40s. And I was like, I'll let you like shop around. I'll go find Alisha and I like do a lap around. And then when I come back, Ollie's in there and Ollie's like, get it. You should get it. You should so get it. You look so good. You should
Little angel
like,
and demon
the
on your
devil on his
shoulder.
But it was really cute to see him just treat himself because
No,
he
yeah.
deserves it.
He does. Oh my God. But that was really cool. We also took him to Dover Street Market. I knew he'd like that. He got some stuff there too. It was so fun when we went back. We were like, do a haul. And he was really excited about it. We went to Nobu. That was really good. I had one too many Mia margaritas. So actually, no, I had the perfect amount.
Oh, we were sitting next to Food God.
Oh my God.
Which was so funny.
That was funny because we were being so obnoxious. And I'm so shocked we didn't get kicked out. Also, shout out to, I forget their names. Okay, so I go to the bathroom, right? I'm like, I have to pee. So I go to the bathroom. I'm there for a while and I'm like on my phone on the toilet. Okay, we all fucking do it. I'm just gonna be honest. So I'm on my phone for a while. I'm like da 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 da, and then I get out and I'm like, oh my God, there's these two gorgeous model like girls at the sink. So I'm like, hee, don't mind me. Like, let me just like, I don't know why I do this. I'll just pretend I'm like invisible, and I think that's like, I don't know if that's trauma or what, because I've talked about that in therapy of like, I feel like I'm invisible, but like clearly I do it to myself because I'm like, oh, you're really pretty, which means I am beneath you.
I also feel like that's an LA thing though. Like there's models everywhere in LA and you like are like, oh, sorry. Like, let me
I know, I'm just like, sorry, I'm in your way.
Yeah,
sorry, do you
that
need
all
a
the
mat?
time,
You can
too.
walk on me. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I won't look at you. I
Yeah.
don't know. But I do that, right? So I'm like, don't mind me. I like go to the the sink. I'm like washing my hands and I hear Alisha, and I'm like, I literally turn like, huh? Like, oh my God, wait, there's no way. So then they're like, we've been watching you forever. Da, 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 da. They're so cute. They're both from Argentina. One of them's here for school. And literally they just start they're like, we watched you. Da, da, da. You're the reason I started wearing makeup. You're the reason. And I'm literally the whole time I'm like, no, guys, no. Finally, I'm like, here's the thing. I have so many thoughts. I was like, one, you probably thought I was shitting on the toilet because I was in there for so long. I'm sorry. I wasn't. I promise you I was on my phone. And then I go, 2, I promise you I was on my phone. 3, I literally walked out here and went, wow, there's 2 gorgeous models. Let me just like hide in the corner and get out of their way. And then they were dying at that. And I was just like, no, this is crazy. So we were in there for the longest time. I didn't even notice that you popped your head in.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure you were okay. So I just like, she was gone for a long time. I was like, I'm gonna check on her. I pop my head in. I look and she's like, ugh. I was like, okay, she's fine. And I went back to the table.
So then I was like, wait, you guys are so cool. They're like, have you ever come to Argentina? Like, we'd love to show you around. I was like, oh, I love this. Is crazy. And I do forget their names, but they were so sweet. So then, and what I really appreciated is obviously like when you're at a rush, I was like, oh, they mentioned you. So I was like, oh, well, Remi's here. And they're like, no, we didn't want to bother you. Like you're at dinner and stuff. I was like, no, like, oh my God, you guys are really cool. Like it's fine, I promise. And they're like, no. And then even walking by, I was like, are you sure Remi's right there? And they're like, no, we do not want to do that. Like, are you kidding? Like, but thank you. We appreciate that. And I was like, that was so kind of them. Like, I even insisted so many times, like, no, it's okay. But like, there is that weird balance of like, it is rude technically to like go up to someone when they're eating, but then also like, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard because like I don't care, but also wouldn't want to go up to someone if they're eating because it's like they're with their friends and stuff and also intimidating. But then randomly we get these like donuts and dessert sent to the table, and then we were like, wait, we didn't order these, and the waiter's like, oh, those girls did, and they're waving from across the thing, and I was like, oh my God. So then when they were leaving, they came over, and I was like, no, Rem, you have to meet them. I'm fucking obsessed. I feel like we're besties in a universe.
They
did say they love the
sweet.
Podcast, both of them.
Yes, thank you guys so much. It was so nice to meet you guys. They were so sweet.
Mm-hmm. And then I go back to the bathroom, and then the same thing happens, not verbatim. Evegail needs to go to the bathroom. So then I'm thinking, oh, I'll go with you. Why not? We go in. Boom. Another girl's in there. So cool. This girl was more artsy, more like Silver Lake vibes, more like New York artsy vibes.
That's
and
right.
you came in. And then she's like, Alisha? I go, oh, what is up with me in the Nobu bathroom? This is crazy.
It's your demo.
But again, I was like, you are too cool to be watching me. That's what was my first thought with the other girls. But then she was like, I love you and Remi. I was like, shut up. She's here. You came out of the stall. I was like, look at a reunion, as if we've met before.
Meet and greet.
But I was like, wait, like, what do you? She was like, oh, I live here. And then she said something that insinuated she's like an artist. And I was like, can I ask what kind? Like, are we music? Are we art? Like photography? You know? And she's like, oh, I'm like, I do oil paintings. And then I should shout out her oil painting.
She was incredible
because I followed it. But again, I was like, your vibe is just so fucking cool. Our Instagram is Studio Ben Coco, and she does all these beautiful oil paintings. If anyone wants to buy her oil paintings.
Shout out to Koivin, who we met at NewFronts, who was so sweet. It's so crazy seeing people or like meeting people in real life who have watched for so long that we've grown up with, who are doing really cool things.
That's what I was gonna say. Like literally, like he worked at an agency, and he was like, I used to watch you guys all the time, and now it's so cool. And we're like, no, you don't understand how cool it is to like see people. Like to see them like killing their jobs when they're like, I watched your organize my backpack stuff.
Yeah.
Us taking credit for their career. We're not, I promise.
Oh, absolutely not. But it is just really cool to like somehow all being in love with YouTube or podcasting or whatever, like brought us all to a place where we could meet, which is really cool.
I think that's one thing that I really didn't expect. Like I didn't anticipate how cool that feeling would be growing up with your audience. That was like one of those things where you're like, you kind of stumble upon it. You're like, wow, like that's actually a really cool thing I never would have thought of. Back to having not low expectations, because it's not low expectations, but like I didn't even think about what that feeling's like.
How much more could come from just making videos, for sure.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's really, really cool to see our boss bitches bitching.
So that's pretty much everything that's happened up till now. It's been super fun. It's been a little work, a little play, a little wedding, a little all the things. And now we have a couple more events that we need to go to. Tomorrow we have an event actually with the CEO of YouTube, which is really, really cool.
Oh my God, yeah.
A little event for that. And then on Wednesday.
I'm like kind of nervous.
I know.
I've never met
about
him.
I'm not thinking about
Neil,
it until we
hi,
get
Neil.
there. Hi, Neil.
See, but now it's going to be weird because now I'm going to be like, Oh,
You're like, I just give you a shout out on my
no,
podcast.
like literally, like, is it better to be like, oh, hi, who are you? No, because you're the CEO of YouTube.
Yes, no. We respect and we say thank you
So yeah,
much.
I'm excited for that. I'm a little nervous. I will be a little nervous to say hi, but like, it'll be good. Oh, I'm also going to Canon's headquarters tomorrow morning. I'm really
yes.
excited for that.
Tell them I love their work. I love my new V1.
Oh my God, I'll tell them, of course.
Please.
Also, you're more than welcome to come, but it is very early. So I do understand if you would rather sleep because we've been still on West Coast time this whole time.
Yeah. Time changes are not scared of us, that's for sure.
No.
We're really bad with it.
And you know what's funny? I've always said this. Sometimes I feel like coming to New York, just a mere 3 hour difference is worse than going international.
I agree.
Like when you have a full, I think you're just forced to be accustomed to it when it's like 15 hours ahead versus 3 for whatever. Like last night I took a nap at 8 for 2 hours, woke up at 10, ate 3 slices of pizza and then went to bed. Like, what? I slept great though.
Yeah, that's okay.
But yeah, and then so tomorrow's a little more work stuff, and then on Wednesday we're going to the big brand cast, which essentially it's very similar to what we did with the brands, but a lot more people are invited. And this is YouTube's time to shine and show everyone what they have in store for the next year, where they're putting their interests, where brands can put their dollars and like partner with YouTube. And I'm really excited because every year they have like a performer. I know our 2018 listeners know when we went and we talked about Ariana Grande performing because that was a pivotal moment.
Sweetener time too, which was mwah.
She just came out with No Tears Left to Cry.
Yes.
Like that was her press run.
Yes. I think she wore like one of those, that was like the era, but the little baby doll dress.
Yes.
So good with the umbrellas.
So good. She did 2 songs and then she dipped, which like I think that's all
she
she
No
was.
Tears Left to Cry, and
I think it was the second single from that.
Okay.
I don't know what it was.
I'll look back at my camera roll.
Yeah. It definitely was like, it had to have been.
But you know what's so cool? Now that the brand cast that we have and are going to, it's our favorite artists. They knew I was coming and they knew you're coming.
And our first one was Katy Perry. Do you remember that?
Wait, no.
Yeah. Maybe you skipped it.
I don't remember that.
Because we went to the same, normally the YouTube summit was around Brandcast.
Yeah. I remember that.
My first summit, which you were there, so you clearly were there, was Katy Perry. But it was like we all rushed the stage.
What era was that of Katy Perry?
She had wisdom. She had just cut her hair blonde, short.
What'd she do? Swish,
Bon
swish?
appetit, baby.
Did she do that?
Yeah. So she's that. But do you remember, like, there was, like, chairs, and then all the creators were standing?
No, I don't remember that. I only remember Ariana. I was there, though. I remember.
You were there.
Yeah.
Maybe you were like, yeah, I don't really
Katy
care.
Perry, I don't, like, remember. Like, it wasn't as lasting as Ariana.
No, I get it.
As an Arianator.
The Lifetimes tour is still... I feel bad that I want to, like, go and hate watch. It's so bad. I don't want to. But I want to see it. And I'm more intrigued from the TikToks.
I am.
But also I feel like I've seen it all from the TikToks.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sorry, Katie.
But who's performing?
I do love her. More importantly, Lady Gaga is performing at Brandcast this year. And like, I'm so sorry. I truly am gonna lose my shit.
I mean, I think the performance is going to be crazy.
We overheard people talking. And I don't know if this is true. This is all alleged. But like Ariana had 2 songs. She was only contracted to do 2 songs. I would do 2 and bounce 2. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. But Gaga, allegedly, I heard that she was like, oh no, if I'm going, I want to like make it do a
That's
thing.
like so her too.
So that's what I'm thinking. Is
her
like
work ethic is unmatched. And Beyonce, it really is crazy.
Yes, her and Beyonce
and Taylor too.
No, like, and there's honestly so many other artists too. But like, I truly am like, she probably would bring like a whole set too.
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
but I don't want low expectations. I want to go in expecting just her like singing on a stool.
Expect 2 songs. Exactly. Yes.
I'm gonna expect 1, but then when it's 10, I'm gonna scream.
It's just crazy. Like at Coachella, by the time I fully saw the last, because I watched a little bit of Gaga, I went to Mustard. By the time that I came back, the festival was done. And Gaga was still going. That's incredible. And what a treat for like all the little monsters, truly.
No,
that's really cool.
Fucking amazing. Her new album's amazing.
The looks are gonna be so good.
No, I just am so happy for her for this like other, not even resurgence because she's been around, but I just like, it's so good.
Her renaissance.
Her renaissance. But yeah, that's new with me. How's your life?
My life is so good. Thank you for asking.
No, I just feel like I talked for 20 straight minutes.
No, I'm excited to go too. I think she's an amazing performer. I think it's going to be great. I love Abracadabra. I do.
Speaking of Abracadabra, though, I need to tell Pranav this. We were at Dover Street Market on the basement level, and I was kind of like by the elevator-ish, like walking while people were waiting for the elevator, and Abracadabra's playing. And this guy turns to his friend and goes, "Who sings this?" And I go, and I walked away. I was like, how do you not know? And then he goes, Britney Spears. And I go, excuse me? Like, what? Love Britney, queen. I made Remi watch Crossroads. She didn't really watch it.
I was editing the Bachelorette vlogs, but I got the gist. I got the gist.
It
was cute. It was
cute.
really cute.
Do you remember what happens?
Yeah, their car breaks down.
Good.
And they need to make money. So they go sing and they make money to fix it. And then she goes and meets her mom. And the mom's a bitch.
Yeah. Okay, good job. Those were all the points that I'd be like, they're performing now. I'd be like, the car broke down.
But I would stop to watch.
No, I appreciate that.
I will. I'll sit down and watch it again too.
Good.
Yes.
I'll watch Sleepover.
Oh, you're gonna love
like those are such good
Sleepover.
Like
Let's watch Sleepover tonight.
Okay.
Have you seen Aquamarine?
I have, but similar to your Crossroads experience. Like I've seen it, but bits, and I don't remember.
I would have you watch Aquamarine before Sleepover.
Okay, I'll put that higher on my list.
Aquamarine is like much better.
I like remember it, but I don't remember it. Also, Blue Crush. Isn't it funny how like in entertainment, there's always like it was trendy for vampires for a moment. Like then it was trendy for mermaids. Like
I will say also what I'm realizing is we're only like a year and a half apart. Like we're 2 years apart. You got the tail end of like your time period and I got like the start of the other time period because like we don't match up with our nostalgic likes.
Disney Mount Rushmore. Did you see that?
No.
Okay, so there was this trend where people made Mount Rushmore with AI, but Disney stars. Who would be your 4? Or is it 5? Another time I couldn't pass the citizenship test. Like what? It's 4, right? Okay, thought so.
But I'm going to be so honest. I thought we were talking about Mount Everest. I was like, what? How would they do that? That was my bad. Okay, 4. Top 4.
Mm-hmm.
Miley.
Okay.
Miley, Demi, Selena. Who else did I love? That bitch from Go Figure. I loved that movie.
Wait, okay, please comment below your Disney Mount Rushmore because for me, it would be Hilary Duff.
You loved Hillary.
Raven.
I love Raven.
I would put Miley in there. Yeah. I really would. I wouldn't put Selena or Demi. I didn't really watch their shows though. Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Sharpay Evans maybe?
No,
I'm taking out my Go Figure and putting in Sharpay Evans.
What big show am I missing that I like from my...
That's So Raven.
I would watch Even Stevens a lot, I will say, but I wouldn't put them on my Rushmore.
Kim Possible?
I wouldn't put them on my Rushmore.
Even Stevens.
Am I blanking? Wow, I only have 3.
Really?
I guess, yeah.
You liked that one guy from the movies, the 13th year guy.
Ashley had the biggest crush on him.
Oh, you didn't?
Who was it that we just looked up recently and was so... Oh, the guy from Crossroads, the main guy. We looked him up to see what he looks like now. And we were like, Daddy.
He is gorgeous.
That would be a fun game. Go back, our daddy's Rushmore.
I'm not going to specify who, but it's so funny because I got this TikTok recently of like guys from Disney that were like the golden boys and what they look like now.
And they look bad.
I'm not going to say anything, but
I've Googled too.
I will say there's one Disney star who stars reach. Disney actor who was known for being really, really cute. And then he was really, really, really weird to one of my friends. Really, 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 really weird.
Wait, I don't know this story.
I'll tell you off camera. Really strange. And we were like, ew, weird. And then we like never talked about it again. But he was on the photos and he does not hold up. That's what I'll say.
Here's the thing. You're not dissing. You're not being mean. You're just saying at one point you were attracted to them and now you're not.
Well, also, maybe I would think otherwise if he wasn't a weirdo.
That's always the case.
Mm-hmm.
That's always the case.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe we're not even done with our trip.
I know. I can't
We still have so much to talk about.
So much to do. Crazy month. Can't wait.
I do feel like the next time we record, we should say some more of the places we've been to. We want to try that matcha place, right?
Yes, I'm going to go get a little matcha and an onigiri after this.
Oh my God, yum.
And then I've got some meetings.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to dinner tonight at a sushi place called Kasaki that I've tried with Cal. That was phenomenal.
Okay.
And
I'm seeing a nod from our producer.
Right?
Okay,
It's
thank God.
See, I told you guys.
No, I always trust.
And not this Remi, but that Remi is a foodie as well.
Did we say that on the last episode?
Our producer is named Remi, guys, by the
Crazy.
way.
I think we did say this on the last episode.
I don't think we did.
Okay, guys, what is happening in the Remi world? Literally, our live show. One of the girls working, producer. The guy filming, his name was Remi. What the hell? Both of them Remi. They're having a Spider-Man moment. Be like, you're Remi, I'm Remi, you're
quite
Remi.
literally. And it's crazy, too, because I tell every Remi that I meet, like, we never meet Remis. No adult Remis exist, as far as I knew. Dogs and babies.
Well, you found all 4 of them now.
I know.
And what's crazy is I've been there to witness you saying it, so it's always the same thing.
And
You're
they
like,
all agree.
You're like, do you, with an I or with a Y? And then it's like with a Y or with an I.
So far, we're 2 for 2. We got two I's, 2 Y's.
Okay, and then you're like, there's none of us, and they agree. I'm like, wow, I feel like I'm witnessing something crazy.
I will say, though, in the same way that you told me I can't name my kid River because it's going to be Ashley, there is a renaissance of Remis. Like, there will be a big jump at some point in kids having to do Remi.
You can just say you're the blueprint.
We are. He and I are.
We are. Oh, then I was walking the other day, having my New York moment, and I hear these people behind being like, Remi, but they were talking to their friend who was running because I heard the whole combo. I'm not going to lie.
I told her it was Remi Bader.
No, it wasn't. But it's at first it kind of sounded like they were talking shit on her because they're waved by. They're like, okay, bye, see you later. And then I realized I don't think they were talking shit, but they were like, she's...
Imagine, oh my God. That would be so bad.
No, it felt like they were, but I remember being like, huh? And then they were like laughing because she was running, and then they were like, Remi. And I was like, whoa, another Remi.
There's something going on.
I know. But she was older too. So
I
I'm
will
just
say,
like,
the amount of golden doodles I've met named Remi, absolute
Really?
jail.
if you look up cute like dog names, or like, I wonder if Remi's on the top of the list.
It's pretty high up. Also, like, I named Daisy because it was, I think it was a popular baby name for that year, maybe not even a dog name, but it's fine.
Wow.
There can be more. There's enough room at the table for all of us, unless you're a golden doodle.
We had a whole talk about that. We'll save that for the next episode.
I'm not a golden doodle. Okay.
Oh. I'm not. You know what? I just need to get something off my chest. I'm not really a golden doodle.
Here's the thing. I love my niece, my brother's dog, Sadie. I forgot her name for a second. Sadie. I love her. But golden doodles freak me out. I know there's a club of people who are scared of golden doodles.
Yes.
And does she have a heart of gold? Yes. But why is there so much energy in a dog?
It's just like there's certain yes, a lot. I think at least the people who I know that have them did not expect how much energy those dogs have, which then in return makes them not that well trained, and then in return makes me not like them.
Perfectly said.
Because I've met golden doodles who are so sweet, so cute, but I think they really got to get their energy out.
I will say it's the poodle, because poodles look like it's an old man stuck in a dog's body.
Really? I was thinking it was more of the doodle.
No, because my first dog, Lila, was a Shih Tzu poodle. She was a poodle. Looked like there was an old man stuck in it. And I love them all the same. But it's the eyes that look too human-like.
And the snout.
I will show you some crazy ones online.
Also,
look up dog that looks like human. You're going to be terrified. And they definitely have a poodle.
Oh my God. Also, poodles are like the smartest dogs.
No, Lila was a genius.
No, like they really are. So I think that doesn't help when you're like, not only are you a human looking at me, you're
I just
smart.
got chills
no,
thinking of like
it's
a human
kind of crazy.
No,
it's like kind of crazy. But yeah.
We love all dogs, of course, but golden doodles are just low on the list for me.
Yeah. Just have a lot of room. You can't have an apartment and have a golden doodle.
No.
Unless you're like running that thing every day.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Anyway, that's all we have for today, guys.
Yes.
That's all we have.
Thank you guys for watching. We've got places to be.
There will be more, but just go check out the vlogs because obviously we're vlogging our entire New York trip. So far, I think I'm at daily vlogs. I'm sure I'll combine a few days. But so far, I am at daily vlogs. Alisha Marie Vlogs, Rem Life,
Thank you.
Cooking with Remi.
Thank you. I haven't cooked in a while, but thank you.
Cooking with Remi.
I did make a salmon bowl for Alisha and some tomato toast. That's as far as we've gotten so far.
No, but it is just nice having. I'm glad we did the Airbnb.
Yes.
And I'm glad there's an elevator.
Yes.
I was fighting Remi because I was like, I don't think we should do an Airbnb. She was like, I really think we should do an Airbnb this time. We'll be there a little longer. And I was like, my one experience doing one. So I was aware that I could have just had a bad experience was Fashion Week. years ago, and we had to go up 5 flights of stairs. And imagine the knee-high boots. By the time you're down, you're like, I gotta change.
Honestly, even thinking about like arriving though with luggage or like leaving with luggage, like I do understand that.
Very
sure.
rough. But
imagine moving in.
No.
Like imagine if you lived there. That's crazy.
Yeah. All that to say, we compromised and we got an Airbnb with an elevator. And I'm happy.
No, we're having the best time. Go watch our vlogs, and we will see you guys back at home next week from our studio.
And we can play a little Where's Waldo. Like, what do you notice has changed with the studio next time you see
every
it?
episode, a little bit.
This plan just...
I like, see, that's the thing. Let us know what color you want the background to be, and we will do a little...
Yeah.
A little facelift.
Yes. A little facelift.
Love you guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you guys back in LA next week. Bye.
Bye.